How y'all doing? How y'all doing? It is Monday morning. If you go down to the Christopher Columbus Park in Baltimore City, look at the toilet I left there. Like I said, we went after the statues. Now we're going after the institutions of racism. And part of the institution of racism is Scott Schellenberger. Scott Schellenberger, Greg Bernstein, Governor O'Malley's mom machine, the money behind mass incarceration. Y'all talk about jurisdiction, Baltimore City, Baltimore County, and Lake County, Illinois. Get Shorty, the movie. Now, go to Isabella Cummings today and get everything I gave Isabella Cummings, because it covers jurisdiction. It covers Governor O'Malley, it covers Greg Bernstein, Scott Schellenberger, and Chief Johnson. Because like I said, I was kidnapped for making a movie. And I put it all in a book. Books over bars, education instead of incarceration. I hope you're paying attention. That's Scott Schellenberger and Governor O'Malley's mom machine. We talking about the Democratic Party and the money you make off mass incarceration. If I go to jail, I got to share that toilet with an inmate. 2026, we're going to share it with the world. That's Baltimore County. That's Baltimore City. And that's Martin Luther King. If you deny you know me on earth, are you going to deny you know me in heaven? We're not going to wait that long. We're not going to wait that long. That's the Black Arts District. Art and activism. Think about the kids. This is activism. I gave you that John Lewis good kind of trouble. That's my mother and my father. That's my brother. And that's President Obama. President Obama asked for an investigation in 2008. It's 2026. Y'all really late. That's Rihanna and me and President Trump. That's my store on Falls Road. See the date? Like I said, 20 years. That's Mayor Brandon Scott. That's Jack Young. And that's Governor O'Malley. I'm the weaver in Baltimore, weaving the social fabric. And we talking about Julian Jones. Racism don't work without black cooperation. We talking about jurisdiction, Baltimore City, Baltimore County, and Lake County, Illinois. We talking about $250 million in intellectual property theft. So this is how we're gonna do it. That's Martin Luther King. That's Isabella Cummings. That's the FCC. That's John Lewis. And that's Isabella Cummings. And that's the Bible. Y'all took an oath to defend the Constitution. You took an oath to defend us. That's President Trump. Did you use the toilet today? You're going to think about me tomorrow. This is bigger than the Epstein files, because it definitely goes to jail. And ex-felons can vote, and you're an ex-felon. You sitting in the seat. I hope you can wipe your ass. That's Judge Souter. That's Kwesi Mfume. See the date? 2006. The supporters of Shorties. All right? And that's James Hammond. My store on Falls Road. Those are criminal charges against Scott Schellenberger for kidnapping. Activism ain't terrorism. You feel me? I'm an activist. I'm a lawyer. So that's a legal notice. That's my lawyer in Illinois. And that's Baltimore City, Baltimore County, and Lake County, Illinois. And that's notarized 2009. You feel me? Long before I got locked up. Notarized. Hartford County. See who that is? That's Brian Frosh. And that's the state of Maryland and fraud. That's Brian Frosh. That's Governor Thompson. He ain't here no more. But that's the forged check that y'all took. All right? That's not my signature. And these are the emails. You feel me? ddshortman at AOL.com. That's James Hammond. And that was received. All right? So they filed false papers with the court. Then Scott Schellenberger locked me up. Scott Schellenberger kidnapped me February the 7th, 2011. Scott Schellenberger, Greg Bernstein, Governor O'Malley, and Chief Johnson had this information. If you go directly to Isabella Cummings, she got a writ of mandamus. Get that writ of mandamus and bring it to the voters. Governor Westmore, you got my information. Everybody that you endorse got my information. So like I said, we're going to end this where we started at, in a court of law, jurisdiction, Baltimore City, Baltimore County, and Lake County, Illinois. The money behind mass incarceration. You got a problem with me? Holler at me, because the movie coming out.